Hi, my name is Cristina Garcia, and I did the new student dialogue in October about dating within races and the stigmas of interracial dating. Um, Basically, what we did is we went to a classroom, and there was two grad students, I think they were, who had like music playing, I guess, to lighten the mood or whatever. And at first, everyone was kind of just sitting in a circle, just talking to their friends or who they came with and stuff. And no one was really talking to each other aside from their friend group. So the leaders came over and they sat down. And they were just like asking questions like, "Where are y'all from?" They wanted us to all go in a circle. And at first, no one moved, so I was like, "All right, I'll go." So I was just like, "I'm Cristina, I'm from DC, whatever." And everyone went around and said where they were from. And so like at first everyone's like, oh, like they're from the north or they're from the south, so they're gonna have like this view or that view. And I'm not gonna lie, everyone who said they were from the south, I was like, they're gonna be racist. Like they're gonna think dating other people outside of their races is so weird, like whatever. And so at first, after we all went around and said we were from, the welcome leaders or grad students, whatever they were like, all right, so they're asking more personal questions like who has dated within their race and who's dated outside of their race and who's dating someone outside their race right now. No one said anything again. That's so awkward. So I was just like, okay, well, I don't have a boyfriend and I never dated anyone else officially outside my race or anything like that. But a lot of my friends are other races and it's not a big deal. I don't think it's weird. And I was like, my sister's boyfriend's black and he's like the coolest kid ever. Like, I'm obsessed with him. They're gonna get married, maybe. I don't know. And I just talked about that, and no one really said anything again. And then this girl from the beginning was saying how she's from Georgia and all this stuff. Like, automatically made my friends, one of them's from the north like me and one of them's from the south, she was like, oh no, she's gonna be like a Southern belle, like really conservative, whatever. And the girl was like, yeah, my boyfriend's black and I can't tell my dad. And we were like in shock. And it was cool to see, I guess, that there were other people that are open to it too. But then there were also those people who are like, I would never like date someone within my outside my race, because this one girl was like, what she was like, I wouldn't date someone outside my race because I want my kids to look like me and not mixed or like something like that. And I was just like, this is so awkward because there's black kids or African Americans sitting with us. Like, this is awkward. And at first, the quiet ones, I thought the African Americans be like, the black kids be like loud and fun and like funny and like joke around about it. But they just kind of sat there like, this is so awkward. And so then this one girl finally was like, yeah, my boyfriend's really light skinned, so I had to ask him if he was black because I wasn't sure. And one of the black kids was like, I wish my girlfriend asked me if I was black. And it was the funniest thing ever, and everyone started cracking up. So it really did help lighten the mood and helped everyone be more open about it and stuff like that. And then I thought we had a really good group because there wasn't just whites or like just blacks. It was like white, Latino, like Hispanics, Asians, black people, obviously, people from the north, from like California, all over the place. So it was really good to see everyone's point of view and how this one girl from California was saying that she's seen that over here it's more north and south, which I guess is true. Whereas in California, which takes up the whole coast, it's just California. And it's not really like, oh, North or South California. It's more like rich California or like poor ghetto California and stuff like that. And so that like racism, she said that she's never really had to touch base with it. It's never really been something for her, and which I thought was interesting to hear. And coming from DC, something I see every day, especially when like Obama was running for president and everything. It was like a really big deal. And I guess I never realized how big of a deal it was until that, and I never really thought of dating someone outside your race as like strange, because most of my friends do. My high school had just as many Asians as whites, as blacks, as Hispanics. Maybe just being from DC, I don't know, but that's the way it was. So for me, I just don't think it's like, I didn't think people thought about it a different way. And then I got here and there's people saying that their dad wouldn't pay for their tuition if they dated someone outside their race, and that they could never get married, and like a chapel and all these like weird things. And I was like, who says? It was so weird. But it was good to see that people had different thoughts, and it truly was a learning experience for me. The active voices in our dialogue were definitely the group leaders, I think myself and my friends, because we're open and we just joke around, and it's awkward when no one talks. We were like, we might as well talk. And at first, the more reserved voices were actually the two African American kids, those boys. They didn't really want to say anything, I guess, because they felt awkward because they were kind of like the minority, and it was like everyone there was white, saying that they were not to date black kids. They were just kind of quiet, and it was awkward. Then once they started talking, they were so funny, and it was a really good time. Overall, at first, like, I was going into it, and I was like, this is going to be a drag. This is going to suck. Like, why is Clemson making me do this? But now that I did it, I think it was a really good experience. I actually did learn a lot about other people's point of views. And although I thought at first that, like, Southerners were more conservative and closed-minded and whatever, I learned that maybe I'm more closed-minded for thinking that about them, because they, in fact, were the ones who were saying they had boyfriends outside their race or girlfriends or whatever. I thought that was really interesting, and I did learn a lot about their races, and it really was a good learning experience, and it was a good way to meet people. We made some friends out of there, so that was fun, and I really did enjoy it, and chances are I would do it again. I do think it's something that Clemson should keep doing, because it's easier for us to grow together and, like, to share ideas more with students, people, like freshmen, because we're all new here and stuff, so it's fun to meet people. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good experience.